was affectionately known as Al.
Sharika Rainey is the only child of Albert Covington III. He, the only parent she remembers.
He was a single parent, so he raised me on his own.
In December of 2001, Sharika got a call to go to Northwest Hospital. Her father had been taken there after an encounter with Baltimore County police officers. He did not survive.
No, they never told me what happened to him. They just told me that I guess like they responded to a call and that he was deceased, but they physically never told me anything.
This whole ordeal was about a 3-hour ordeal.
Ronnie Moore remembers that night when Albert Covington came to the door in his Woodlawn neighborhood.
An erratic guy come knocking on my door in the middle of the night saying he needed help.
A few minutes later, Covington broke into the house next door, Moore said. No one was home. Police were called.
And next thing I know, he breaks through the front door, and then he just goes through the whole house, breaking windows. Bam, 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 bam.
Moore estimates as many as 6 police officers responded to the call. A police report we've obtained said Covington did not comply with orders to show his hands and continued to fight violently. It took several officers to subdue him, the report went on. Once subdued, Mr. Covington became passive and appeared to lose consciousness. Officers checked his pulse and found none. No other details about the restraint were included.
They like the ambulance came and pronounced him dead at the hospital.
The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner issued an autopsy report on Covington's death. It showed multiple injuries, contusions and hemorrhage to the scalp, neck, and torso. Several areas of hemorrhage were noted to the muscles of the chest and both sides of the back. The cause of death, according to that autopsy, cocaine-induced excited delirium during restraint. It was signed by 3 pathologists, including then-acting Chief Medical Examiner David Fowler. Fowler's work is now under scrutiny after his testimony in defense of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, then accused in the murder of George Floyd. Fowler claimed Floyd died of a heart problem, refuting other experts who said Floyd died as a result of the compression on his neck. In the Covington case, forensic pathologist Dr. Cyril Weck questioned Fowler's finding of cocaine-induced excited delirium. We asked Dr. Weck to review the autopsy report.
To get these kinds of extensive hemorrhages into the deep muscles, soft tissues of a person, that shows you there had to have been significant weight placed on the victim in those areas over a sustained period of time. This was not just some little, as they say, altercation, skirmish in which they were arresting and subduing this man.
In Weck's opinion, Albert Covington died because his positioning during restraint prevented him from being able to breathe.
I would sign this case out as compression, positional asphyxiation, and I would call it homicide. At the very least, to be most benign, a manner of death is undetermined, to be followed up on by further investigation.
The manner of Covington's death was ruled undetermined in the autopsy signed by Dr. David Fowler. Sharika Rainey filed lawsuits in state and federal court in 2003 and 2004 against Baltimore County, the police officers involved, and others. Each was dismissed. Records show the federal lawsuit was dismissed when the lawyer handling the case failed to respond to a court order. An audit of death in custody cases handled by Maryland's medical examiner during David Fowler's tenure is about to begin. Might that cause the death of Albert Covington to be reopened? A spokesperson for the Baltimore County Police Department told us, until a complete audit is performed of Dr. David Fowler's autopsy findings, it's simply too soon to provide a definitive answer due to the nature of these investigations. Any decision to reopen a case would first be dependent on the cause and manner of death determined by the Office of the Medical Examiner. Additionally, input from the state's attorney's office would need to be considered. Sharika Rainey is still waiting for answers she's never received. She has responded to the Attorney General's office, which is organizing the audit.
It was disheartening because my father was gentle. If he asked for help, he needed help. He wasn't a violent person. I just want closure. I just want to know what happened, and I can pretty much accept everything. But if it was at the hands of the officers, just please admit that, it happens, but just not to know is the hardest thing, even so many years later, you know. So I just need closure.
Dr. David Fowler is now in private business. He told us he does not recall the Albert Covington case and has no access to that file. For the 11 News I-Team, I'm Jane Miller.